Hey guys, how you doing? Ron Raymond here from the Ram Report with your free MLB baseball previews and predictions today for Tuesday, September 19th. Hope you're having yourself a good start to your Ruby Tuesday. As always, don't forget, subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right-hand corner, or hit the subscribe button below this video if you're using a mobile device. Today's podcast is brought to you by the Ram Report. You can get the Ram Report each and every day right here, atsstats.com. All right, before we get to your baseball forecast, let's take a look at the SBI, the Sports Betting Index, and see what has come in Major League Baseball on Monday. 7-4 for the underdogs, straight up and on the run line. And looking at the over-unders, 5 overs, 6 unders. And when you go to the 7-day average, 51.1% of the games in Major League Baseball have gone under the total. That's why you see yellow right there. We're in a neutral market when it comes to betting on totals. And when it comes to betting on favorites and underdogs, well, same thing. Neutral market. In fact, 50.9% of the favorites. So coin flip when it comes to favorites and underdogs. So this is why, if you're betting underdogs, you might want to consider taking the run line, because they're coming in at 58.7% last 7 days. All right, let's kick it off at Tropicana Field, where Taj Bradley going up against the lefty Patrick Sandoval of the Halos. Now, the bookmakers making Tampa Bay a minus 225 favorite. 8 is the total. ATS forecast system play going to go with Tampa on this one. 4.6 to 2.9, the over-under landing on 7.57. Both teams on a downslide right now. The LA Angels on a 5-game losing streak. They are now 4-6 in the last 10, while the Tampa Bay Rays, they're coming off a 5-4 loss in their last game to the Baltimore Orioles. They're 7-3, however, in their last 10 games, but they're on a 2-game losing streak right now. Minnesota Twins taking on the Cincinnati Reds. The Reds are going to send Fernando Cruz to the hill against Kenta Maeda of the Minnesota Twins. Now, looking at the line, minus 166 for Cincinnati. 8 is the total. ATS forecast system play going to go with the Twinkies in this one. 4.7 to 3.4. The over-under landing on 8.19. So we do have this game going over the total. And the last 2 games for Cincinnati have gone over. And your Kogo in this game is at 42%. Kogo stands for chance of game going over the total. All right, the Miami Marlins, they put 30 runs on the weekend against Atlanta. But if you followed the Rain Report yesterday, I said, you know what? That is the perfect time to fade the Marlins. And sure enough, we did go with the Mets yesterday. 2-1 was the final, and tonight they're a 160 favorite. 8 is the total. ATS forecast system play going to go with the Marlins in this one. 4.4 to 3.7, the over-under at 8.16. You got Braxton Garrett going for the Marlins, and Joey Lucchesi going to go here for the Mets. Mets on a 2-game win streak, 6-4 in the last 10. And for the Miami Marlins, we're going to give them a 61.5% chance of winning based on the law of average theory right here on the Ram Report. Chicago White Sox taking on the Washington Nationals. We do have the Nationals as a 115 chalk. 9.5 is the total. And we're going to lean with Jackson Rutledge over Jose Urena. Actually, you know what? We're going to go with the White Sox here. 4.8 to 4.7. The over-under at 9.65. So we do like this game to go over the total. The last 2 games for both these teams have gone under. And for the Nationals, they are 3-7 straight up and to the under in their last 10 games. While the White Sox, they are 3-7 in their last 10. 4-6 to the under. I did have Washington, though, listed at plus 130 on my value index, so a little bit overvalued tonight against Chicago. All right, good game in the Bronx between the Yankees and the Blue Jays. Toronto going to send Yusei Kikuchi to the hill against Clark Schmidt, and we're going to lean with the Blue Jays in this one. 4.6 to 4.1, the over-under landing on 8.84. So we do like this game to go over the total. The Toronto Blue Jays coming in on a 3-game win streak. They are 6-4 in the last 10, while the Yankees, they're coming in hot too, 6-4 in their last 10, even though they lost their last game 3-2 to the Bucks. Should be a good pitching matchup tonight with Clark Schmidt meeting Yusei Kikuchi, and Blue Jays still gunning for that last wildcard spot. All right, Philadelphia Phillies, not the Flyers next month, Ron. Next month we got the Flyers. Philadelphia Phillies taking on the Atlanta Braves. The Braves, again, didn't have fun. In fact, they're now on a 4-game losing streak. They didn't have a good time in Miami. They lost the game 1 to the Phillies. 7-1 yesterday was the final. Today, Spencer Strider is going to be asked to stop the bleeding against Christopher Sanchez of the Philadelphia Phillies. And we're going to lean with the Atlanta Braves in this one. 5.6 to 3.6, the over-under landing on 9.28. So we do have this game going over the total. And for the Philadelphia Phillies, they are 5-5 in their last 10. While the Atlanta Braves, they've been playing a lot of high-scoring games. 70% of the last 10 games have gone over the total. But guess what? Your Kogo is a coin flip at 48%. And a bit overvalued tonight. Team that's on a 4-game losing streak, going to be overvalued. Item listed at minus 183, and you can see the price tag is at $225. We got the Cubs taking on the Bucks. We do have Bailey Falter going here for Pittsburgh up against Javier Assad for the Chicago Cubs. We're going to lean with the Cubbies in this one. 4.3 to 4.2, the over-under at 8.61. Chicago Cubs coming in on a 5-game losing streak. Cleveland Guardians taking on the Kansas City Royals. The Royals 6-4 win in the last game. And for the Guardians, well, they're going to send Logan Allen to the hill today against Steven Cruz. And we're going to go with Cleveland as a 160 chalk. And we had them listed at 174 on a value index. So if you do like Cleveland, you are getting a little bit of a discount tonight of about $14. And we got them winning 5.09 to 4.3. The over-under at 9.47. And looking at the line value, we had them listed at minus 174. Milwaukee taking on the Cardinals. We got the Brew Crew winning this one, 4.6 to 4.2. The over-under at 8.81. Trevor McGill against Drew Rom for the St. Louis Cardinals. Boston, nice comeback last night to win 4-2 against Texas. Today, Tanner Houck going up against Nathan Eovaldi, former Boston Red Sox pitcher, and Texas a 160 favorite. 8.5 is the total, and we're going to lean with the Rangers in this one, 4.7 to 4.3. The over-under at 9.09. So we do have this one flying over the total, and the Texas Rangers don't look now on a 4-game losing streak, and the last 5 games for Boston have gone under the total. Baltimore Orioles taking on the Houston Astros. The game number 1 went to the O's. 8-7 was the final. Game 2, you got Hunter Brown going up against Kyle Gibson of the Baltimore Orioles. Now the bookmakers making Houston a 135 favorite. I had them listed at 143 on my value index, and we do have the Stros winning this one, 4.6 to 4.1, the over-under, landing on 8.8. So again, we do have it going under the total, not over the total this time. And the 15 runs scored yesterday, and your Kogo very low tonight at 38%. Kogo stands for chance of game, going over the total based on the law of average theory here at the Marine Report. All right, Seattle Mariners taking on the Oakland Athletics. You got Luis Castillo going up against Paul Blackburn of the Athletics, and we're going to lean with the heavy favorite, road favorite that is, minus 225. I had them listed at 156, so you can see a bit of an overreaction here from maybe yesterday's 5-0 win, but Seattle, having a good run between Texas, Toronto, and Seattle, going for that wild card spot. And we're going to lean with the Mariners in this one, 5.09 to 3.06, the over-under at 8.15. So another game to go over the total. Last game's results, 5-0 went under the total. All right, San Francisco taking on the Arizona Diamondbacks. You got Zach 10-gallon hat going up against Alex Cobb. We do like Arizona in this one, 4.1 to 3.9. The over-under at 8.04. We got San Diego with Blake Snell, who's been lights out in the last 2 months. He's been pitching. He's at home today at Petco against Ryan Feltner of the Rockies, and we're going to lean with an upset here, 4.2 to 4.1 for Colorado. The over-under at 8.34, so maybe the over is where you want to go on that one. And your final game of the evening, we got the Dodgers taking on the Tigers. Dodgers winning 8-3 last night. They're on a 4-game win streak, and today they're going to send Ryan Pepio against Miguel Diaz of the Tigers, and we're going to lean with the Dodger Blue in this one, 5.5 to 3.3, the over-under at 8.93. The Dodgers now, again, on a 4-game win streak, 7-3 in their last 10 games. All right, let's get to your stats and trends of the day, and always remember, trends are your friends, but they don't pay the rent. The Texas Rangers, 9-1 as a home team, coming off a 4-game losing streak the last 4 years, and we'll see if they can stop the bleeding tonight. The Atlanta Braves, 14-2 as a home team, coming off a game where they allowed 7 runs against the last 2 years. That's good for 87.5%. And the New York Mets, as a road team, coming off a win in Game 1 of a series, which they did against the Marlins. They are 12-2 to the under. And folks, if you go to the front page of ATSstats.com, once you get there, you're going to see a banner of the New York Mets. Or if you scroll right down here, you'll see this inside the numbers. We got more stats and trends, and we have some angles you want to check. And we'll see if any of these pan out here for today. 9 more stats and trends. You can go right now at ATSstats.com. There you have it. That is the MLB podcast today for Tuesday, September 19th. Again, if you missed our regular podcast, our live podcast on Monday, me and Gil, the Thrill Melendez, we talked about football week number 2. And our next live podcast will be this Thursday, but Gil will be joining the show on Friday at around 10:30 Eastern. All right, have yourself a great rest of your Major League Baseball Tuesday, September 19th. I'll be back on Wednesday, Hump Day, with another report for Major League Baseball. Cheers.